comes a man in a suit. It's a legend. It's Brian Cruz. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show. Kruse Control Show.
Live from Los Angeles, it's Monday night. Time for the Kruse Control Show. Live from Los Angeles, it's Monday night. Welcome to the Kruse Control Show, and here's our host, Brian Kruse.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It's been a minute. We're so happy to have you back. It is Monday, November 18th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. And I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. So happy to see you guys again. It's been a little bit. I had a week off. Was out about celebrating the birthday. We had some cool videos over on YouTube. Check them out. Doing some zip lining, doing some crazy stuff. But we're back here again because a lot of news is going on. We're going to kick some ass, take some names, and talk the business with you today. And I'm so happy to have you all back here. It's Monday. Let's get this week going strong. Welcome back, everybody. You know me, love them. My friend and yours, Mr. Jonathan McFadden. How you doing, Jonathan?
Hey, happy birthday, Brian. 40 years old.
Woo!
Welcome to suck.
Hey, how you been, Jonathan?
I've been really well, thank you. Keeping busy and just trying to work. That's the thing about this business, man. You do one gig and you feel on top of the world. Then the next day, it's like you're starting all over again.
Yeah, it's like a constant battle, right? And then the older we get, we're just like, is it going to change? It's not going to change. Is it going to change? It's not going to change until it does. And then all of a sudden it's, woo, right?
When it rains, it pours. Absolutely. I tell a lot of students and young new actors, I say, you really got to love this to do it. And if you love anything else, do that.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Jonathan.
Nice.
Pepe's happy to see you, I guess. good to see you, Jonathan.
Too, Pepe and Brian.
Well, I'm on
glad you
fire.
survived the zip lines.
Yeah, I made it back. Hawaii is fantastic. If you haven't been there, you got to go sometime. It was worth it. I didn't
How
care.
long
It's
is
my
that flight?
birthday. From Los Angeles, it's like 5.5 hours. Yeah,
That's not so bad.
not bad. Yeah, not too bad. For some reason,
East Coast to West Coast, same thing.
yeah, but I would think in my mind it would be like 2-3 hours. So like, oh, Hawaii is like right there. No, it's like 5 hours. But it was worth it. It was fun. And now we're back, and it's Monday, and good things are happening. And you heard him too, everybody. You know he's out there. The thirsty daddy, GR Waters. Everybody is back. Welcome back, GR. How's it going?
Better now, Brian. We're back on the air live.
Yeah, live. What's the weekend, GR? Was it good? Was it hopping? Was it popping? Was it cracking? What was going on, GR?
I was getting a good laugh when I saw you going down the zip line.
I know, right? I was like, we're going for it. We're just going for it. How's your week, GR? Was it thirsty?
Oh, it's always thirsty, you know.
Any hot dates? Any hot dates?
I wish.
Yeah. What's up, Undying? Welcome to Kruse Control. I know they're coming here.
Thirsty daddy. Who your daddy, thirsty daddy?
Yeah, Pepe.
You is, Pepe. You is.
Of course he is. Of course.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Pepe. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Good to see you, Queen. Well, welcome back, everybody. We got in the chat here. We got Kruse Undying, Conan the Barbarian, Logan 5. Good to see you, man. It's been too long. Welcome back to Kruse Control, you all. Happy to have you here. It's the guys' night tonight. We're hanging out. We're talking about some news. We're having a good time. We're easing into this week. It's going to be a crazy week, as it always is. And I'm excited to break down some news for all of you out there.
Great ass.
Thank you, Al Pacino. Anyways, there's a lot going on. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. You're on Kruse Control. It could be a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. End of the week, there's always one thing going down. That is a lot of breaking news. Come on. So a lot's gone down since we were here a week ago, and the first thing that came out was Transformers 1 dropped on Paramount Plus. So if you haven't had a chance to watch this yet, it's awesome. It really is. It's doing much better on streaming than in theaters because people just weren't going to movie theaters like they used to. It's just crazy, but that's how it is now. It's changing. It's dominating streaming. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's awesome. Pepe is an amusing hound. He does his thing, but don't give his ego too much, because sometimes he just goes kind of crazy, and then he wants more snickety snacks, the whole thing. But Transformers 1 is doing great. But speaking of one, Red One is not doing that great because The Rock and Chris Evans and their Christmas thing with J.K. Simmons dropped this weekend, $200 million budget. Some are saying could be up to 250, but they're saying 200 at Amazon opening weekend of 34 million. Not great. No, that's domestic. Let's see overseas. Everything else. How much we make? 82.1 million. So it's not looking great. This is make its money back. Again, opening weekend, Thanksgiving weekend's coming up, but then again, you have Wicked coming out. You have, I was gonna say Oppenheimer, but you have Wicked, you have Gladiator, that Wickedator weekend's coming. Hey, what's up, CFAB? Thanks. So we'll see if it does that well moving forward. I don't know. Fingers crossed for The Rock and Chris Evans and JK. You want this to do well, but I tell you, I don't think it'll be a Red 2 coming. But there is a season 4 of White Lotus moving forward. Well, they're pitching it. Season 3 has been shooting right now. It's coming out early 2025, mid 2025. No release date yet for this. And so the creator himself came forward, Mike White, and apparently he pitched a concept for season 4 to Casey Boys over there at HBO. He's the chairman and CEO of HBO and Max Content. And Casey's excited about it. He says, if HBO wants it, if Max wants it, this will happen. And of course, it's going to happen. The first 2 seasons did fantastic. The 3rd season's coming. It'll probably just do just as well, if not better. And I know we'll get a season 4. And this, I don't know. I think 5 seasons of this show, maybe 6, but I don't think beyond that. But maybe I'll be wrong. We'll have to wait and find out. Everybody can talk about White Lotus all day, but why are we still talking about Blade after being off for a week again? I thought this was canceled and done, but Kevin Feige came forward and said, guys, well, I'm committed to this project still. I'm committed. That's what he said. I'm committed. And this is not done. He may have taken it off the table, off of the whole timeline for the Marvel Universe, but he said Mahershala Ali is still very much attached, and they're working on scripts. And once they do this, we'll move forward. So even though I think this is done, they're still not saying it is. And I think, guys, just give a new Blade movie Wesley Snipes and call it a day. That's what we should do. Just give it a day. Call it a day. But they really want to make it happen. And of course, Kevin Costner still wants to make more of these Horizon movies. And he's got the first one out. That's on Max. Second one's in the can. That'll be coming out soon. And he said he is dedicated. He said, I will make a 3rd one. Right now, he says, I'm hoping, I'm dreaming, I'm meeting with all billionaires. They want to hear about this, but they're just kind of hiding in the shadows. So they haven't come forward yet to make this move forward. But he said he will make this movie 3rd and 4th. He has written a big old epic journey into Horizon, which did just horrible in theaters. So hopefully he does find a house for it. We'll have to find out because honestly, he wants it bad. And Kevin Costner made the first 2 happen. I bet he'll find a way to make more beyond that. But something else that is not moving forward just like this, I don't think is actually going to happen, is that new Joker spinoff we talked about last week before we went down. Joker spinoff based off the Batman with Barry Keoghan. Now, there was a whole thing about this whole, we're going to do a Max show about this, and then he'll be eventually the villain. Oh, GR's clapping for that, huh? This is not happening. Kevin Feige, is that Kevin Feige? But James Gunn came forward. He said there's no truth, absolutely no truth to this. The Joker series is not being discussed, nor has even come up any conversations. And we got blasted because I released a video about it last Friday. It was a week ago Friday. And right away, I think it was on Monday, this came forward being like, oh, this is false. And people are on the video saying it's false. But yes, it is false. But maybe it's not, because people will mislead you sometimes and misinterpret things for a certain degree, so that you'll be like, oh, it's not happening, and blow you up later on with it. So we'll have to wait and find out. I still think they didn't say that he isn't the villain in Batman 3, so I think that is still happening. That was one interesting take that happened from all of that. But just like he's not getting a spinoff, I do not think Lady Gaga will get a, of course, Harley Quinn spinoff after Joker 2, but she will end up on Wednesday, everybody, because she's been cast in the 2nd season of Wednesday. That's right, over there at Netflix. They've been shooting right now overseas, and they have not said what her role is going to be or how extensive her role will be, but Lady Gaga has entered into the Addams Family universe. Who will she play? Only time will tell. Hopefully it works out for her and everybody else, and I'm kind of interested in this, actually. Could be good. I'm also interested on, of course, top of this, before we went off, Tomb Raider, everybody, over Amazon, and Sophie Turner has been offered the role of Laura Croft. Now, I've had some people talk about this online too, saying like she's not right for this part. Look what happened with Dark Phoenix. She was great in Game of Thrones, but can she spearhead this whole franchise? Is she strong enough to take it over? That's a good question. But we'll find out because I guess Phoebe Waller is going to do this. Of course, the Fleabag creator is making this. You got Amazon on board, and Laura Croft will be coming again one more time in movie form. Which one is Wednesday? Wednesday is the Netflix one about the daughter of the Addams family with Jenna Ortega. So yeah, that's still happening. And we heard about this, again, this whole Laura Croft casting. I'm interested to see what happens with this. Will it be good or will it be bad? I don't know. Sometimes you have no idea when you cast people. Look what's happening with Timothée Chalamet. Gets all the roles all the time. You have no idea what to get with him. Sometimes he's not method, but apparently he is method when it comes to playing Bob Dylan, because they've been shooting this biopic with Bob Dylan, a complete unknown, and Edward Norton's also in this, and he said that Chalamet does not want anybody there, no friends, no visitors, no reps, nothing. He said this is going to keep him in the role so he does not lose character. So interesting, because never really hear about this about Chalamet. We talk about Chalamet all the time in here too, being this kind of like epic, like kind of like method actor, but apparently he was, or has been on this production, so no one gets to see him at all. Interesting. So it's always changes the whole dynamic on set. Sometimes it's fantastic, sometimes it's not. I know people, Dan Day-Lewis, when he would do it, they get mad because it was like call Mr. President when he was Lincoln, or it'd be tough. I look at the Jim Carrey thing, or when they did Man on the Moon, where the director's just like, I just want to see my friend Jim, and Jim Carrey's like, Jim's not here. It's Andy Kaufman. So it can be difficult, and it can be fantastic performances. It's always tricky. Just like when you have intimacy scenes on set, it can be difficult. And the intimacy coordinators, that's hard to say. Intimacy coordinators, I can't even say it, guys. Intimacy coordinators. One more time, guys. GR?
Coordinators. It's really a hard word.
They have joined SAG. Which is interesting to me. Congratulations for them. But I would not think this would be in line of SAG-AFTRA. You would have the intimacy coordinators in here, but they have officially signed on. It will represent the next contract negotiation. Of course, if there's now a love scene or a kissing scene or a kind of intimate scene that happens on set, these people have been brought in since COVID to actually facilitate the sequence so everyone is comfortable in what is happening on the screen. So they will be part of SAG now, represented that way. I'll be interested to see what that does and what that leads to moving forward. But congratulations for them. I think it's weird, but congratulations. I'm happy they're represented by a union. The one person that does need an intimacy coordinator, though, is P. Diddy, everybody. Come on, let's be serious about that, because P. Diddy has
Bubba.
He's got a lot of, he might GR, but he's got a lot of allegations have come forward. And now Diddy is trying for one more time, third trial, to get out on bail, to go home for the holidays. And if this does work out, he could be home for Thanksgiving. Now, will it happen? I really don't see it going down after 2 attempts already, but a third attempt is being made right now so he can get out of the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center and be home for the holidays. Now, what happens? Now, of course, he had his first plea put forward November 15th, just last week, and now the government has to respond by November 20th, so that's going to go down. Then they're going to set the court date for November 22nd. And then at that point, we will actually have a verdict if he can get out on bail. And again, he's given up everything, house arrest, no phones, no communication with his family. He's putting like all of his houses online, like his yachts and all that, in order to come home and not be stuck in the detention center anymore. But I just don't see it happening, guys. Maybe it'll work out for him, but I think he's stuck in there. And there's more going on with that every day. We'll keep you updated on Diddy. It's possible, but I'm just not sure. I'm more excited to see Betty White stamps, everybody, because Betty White is coming out in stamp form. And why not, Betty White? Good for you. The Golden Girl herself released in 2025. In memory of her, she gave a lot to the business. So, Betty White, you deserve more than a stamp, but stamps are great. I love you. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. A lot of breaking news! In a long time. Because we've been off for so long, it feels like it's a start of a new day, Jonathan. It does. It feels like a new day, a new play, and a new walk on life.
Which is a great mentality to have. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what half of these projects even were that you just mentioned. But I'm open to it because it's a new day.
It didn't have it in the stuff he said.
What did you say, JR?
Yeah, I like the fact that he added one in the middle that he didn't put in the breakdown he gave us.
No, I didn't, did I?
Yeah,
Which one was that?
Horizon wasn't in the breakdown you sent.
Oh, going in the deep.
I'm looking at it right here. It's number 5.
It wasn't in mine. But then he
Really?
does things like that to me all the time.
He
Sassy.
did that on purpose. How can I screw at GR? Oh, I know. Give him a 5 out.
I'm used to it.
Keep on.
So I'm used to abuse. Remember, I was married once.
Yeah, that's true. Peppy, I don't do like the GR, do I?
You know it.
Okay. No, even Peppy's not on my team tonight. Not at all.
Watch it,
Not at
buddy.
all. You're the one that needs to be watched. You're the one that's like turning on me. That's all I'm saying. You know, this freaking dog sometimes. Anyways,
You don't want this smoke.
he's gonna fight me soon. Jonathan, what do I gotta say to this dog to calm him down?
You know Pepe better than I do, and I ain't trying to burn any more bridges. So I'm gonna have to go with Pepe's side on this one. But I will comment on your
Pepe's side.
behalf in the future.
I can't hear you.
Got to go with Pepe. It's a rule of any production, right? Never mess with the pet. Always
Yeah.
protect and support the animals.
Holla.
Okay, Peppy. All right. I know Peppy's happy you're going for him. Okay, well, calm down, Peppy. It's all good. A lot of breaking news, everybody. I'm very excited to see where we're going to talk about this because a lot of stuff going on. Jonathan says he hasn't heard a lot of these projects. There's a lot of projects going on. We've been off for a week, so of course the breaking news has stacked up. But now it's that time for everybody to have that 1 minute on the clock. Give me what this is there. Come on, Jonathan. You're excited about this, aren't you?
I am. Yes. I'm
Sure.
ready to go. Let's do it.
What are we doing? What are we doing, Jonathan?
Oh, this is Hot Takes.
Hot takes! All right, now it's time for those hot takes. This is the time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute, bring down all the hot takes on all the latest breaking news. Now, we got like 12 topics here. Can they hit every one before that minute and that bomb blows up, or will they not hit that, pause them and send them away into a corner where they will maybe get voted yes for anyways? I don't know. But it's up to you, not me, not Peppy, not anybody else who wins hot takes. So tell me who you think should be the hot take master of this evening on this Monday of Kruse Control, episode 265. Let's go over to the panel. All right, everybody, it's hot take time. Hot take time.
You know,
He
now
is
that you're
funny.
getting older, Brian, you have to start watching things like blood pressure. Hot takes is so stressful. I feel like every time it's like I get all tense and I can feel the blood pressure going up. I gotta take my medicine. Jesus.
It's gonna be good. You've got this. What are you talking about? You've got this. You know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, even
no whining during hot takes.
and you know, it's a whining during hot takes, and it's a small group. So I mean, I'll even offer to do hot takes with you tonight if you want me to. I'll even offer. It's really a couple of us. I'll even put it out there. I got nothing planned, but because I'll do it too. What do you think? Should I do it?
Yes.
I'm not going first though. That's
No.
the thing though.
I'll go first. I'll do it. I'll
Jonathan's
just rip
gonna
the
go
Band-Aid
first.
off, if that's okay with GR.
I'm easy. Go ahead.
Rip that Band-Aid off, GR says. All right, Jonathan, here we go. Get smooth, get debonair, get sexy, sassy, and oh, so ready to go. All right. It's hot take time. Here we go, Jonathan. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Transformers, if it ain't Beast Wars, I'm not interested. Red One, why did they release it before Thanksgiving? Put that out on Christmas Day. White Lotus, what is that? Blade, it's gotta be Wesley. Kevin Costner, I don't know if I'd know him if he was behind me in a Starbucks. The Joker spinoff, enough. The same joke ain't funny when you've heard it 10 times in a row. Lady Gaga is money any day of the week, not just Wednesday. Laura Croft, gotta be Angelina Jolie. Chalamet, is Method just being extra focused? Intimacy coordinators, about time. Those are important roles, important jobs, and I think they need to be paid and supported. Diddy does not need to be out for Thanksgiving because nobody really even wants to associate with him now, right? I mean, who's going to be on that guest list? Probably not even his pets. And Betty White stamps, that's one thing I can't wait to lick.
Oh!
Win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Jonathan?
No, it's stressful. I got to go pop my blood pressure pills now.
Hey, you did a great job. You did a great job.
You know
like
what we
that.
haven't talked about though? You give us audio cues and clues. Like halfway there's a sound now, I think 10 seconds. I just realized that. So every time I hear that music, I think, oh my gosh, time's up, and I speed up. One day I'll get it. I've only been doing this for 6 months with you. One day I'll get it. But
Yeah.
not today. Not today.
What? Hey, you nailed the hot takes, so I think you did get it today.
Okay.
And you can just give yourself some more credit there, okay? Just give yourself some more credit.
Cool.
Yeah, let's put it out there. But great hot takes. Great hot takes. We're not done. We're getting in there. We're having a great time. It is Monday. She was an attractive older woman. Give Betty White give her a round of applause. Betty White, you know, sometimes it's just charisma, class, and sass, and that's all you need. And that's what she had. So
I still think her best role was in the Mary Tyler Moore Show as Sue Ann Nivens, the happy homemaker. You remember that show, GR?
Yeah, I do.
why GR? Why are you asking GR that question?
Because
You
he's
weren't even
older than us.
alive.
Just saying.
Just throwing it out there. Great hot takes, so Jonathan. Great hot takes.
Ryan, that was a youth deprivation spot, is what that was.
Yeah. I mean, this was right here, right, GR? Right here a little bit.
Well, it's more in the back, you know. It's really hard to keep the knives when you're in your back.
Look how Brian is surrounded by bald guys with glasses. It's almost like I'm the photo negative version of GR. You know, this is like an abstract.
Well, come on then.
painting up in here.
I was going to say the better looking version, but you know.
Sure, yeah, I'll take that too. Thanks.
I'm watching you,
appreciate it.
Jonathan.
I do lie, so
He's trying to say Pepe's bald too. Pepe, you're bald too.
might as well be.
Nah, I'm ignoring you.
Pepe's on fire. I think he's upset I went on vacation without him. I don't know.
Holla.
Who'd you go on vacation with, by the way?
With my buddy Peoples, who moved out to Los Angeles together. He's an editor, and he had time off. We all went. It was supposed to be like a big, to do with all the friends, and everyone kind of had tough times right now. So, and it'd be just like the dynamic duo went out. So it was fun.
Nice. His name is Peoples.
Brandon Peoples, yes, but yeah,
That's awesome. A little
Yeah, he's great.
dude's weekend. You were there just for the weekend or a full week?
a full week. I was there for a week. Yeah, it was great. Thanks, Pepe. The next time.
need a
It's gonna be a long. I'm not getting a vacation again for a long time, so it was good. I just threw it all in the water. It's all done now. But GR, ready for some hot takes?
Oh, you know it.
All right, GR. As always, I know you're ready. You're excited. You're sophisticated, right? You've been building these hot takes up. They've been bursting out of you after the last week, right?
Yeah, just get on with it.
Oh, dang. Okay, GR. All right. Hot takes time. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Transformers 1, another bomb. Red 1, the Rock's last 3 have been so heavy they've all sunk. White Lotus, we got a 4th season before we've seen the 3rd. That's interesting. Blaze is alive. Don't hold your breath on that one. No Joker spin-off, thank God. Horizon, going to 2 more movies? I hope so. The first 2 were great, contrary to what the public thought. Gaga Wednesday, why not? You gaga all the time. Laura Croft, hard pass on that again. Chalamet, living like the man. Doesn't look like it, but not the hell. Intimate Quarters, give me a break. Making up jobs for Hollywood. Diddy's going to be free for Thanksgiving. I wouldn't take that. That's a turkey bet. Don't take it. Betty White stand. Takes one lick and she's stuck on you.
Great hot takes, GR.
Thank you very much.
How's it feel, GR?
It feels marvelous. I got the hearts and everything.
You got the hearts, of course. You got the hearts, GR. You got the hearts, so you get the hearts, right?
And the balloons.
Yeah, and the balloons. You get it all. Right, Patty?
Don't fuck around.
Air. I know how that works.
Yeah, yeah.
It hurts less if I say it.
It doesn't hurt less. Come on, GR. Come on.
Damn, GR. That's thirsty as a motherfucker.
Well, it ain't Friday,
Pappy.
so I'm only drinking non-alcoholic versions today.
That is bullshit, and you know it.
I mean,
Touch my.
Gatorade Zero with alcohol in it, I'm going to be a stockholder.
oh boy.
That sounds like the worst drink. It's not even real Gatorade, and then you're making it worse.
Actually, Gatorade Zero is better than the real Gatorade.
Yeah, but you've only tasted it with vodka in it.
Shh. You're not supposed to tell people.
What flavor Gatorade Zero do you prefer?
Well, I drink vodka, so what are you going to have with vodka?
I don't know. You strike me as an Arctic
Orange.
Blast kind of guy.
Orange. Brian's got it.
Oh.
Arctic Blast would be great. I would love if it was Arctic Blast or like.
I put that in my
punch.
mouth once and spit it about halfway across the state.
Yeah. Okay, GR.
You could say, Jonathan, I'll give you 1,000,000 guesses as to what GR's drink of choice is, and I don't think I would get to Gatorade Zero and vodka. I don't think that would.
Outstanding, baby.
Yep, I agree. But great hot takes, everybody.
Strikes me as a wild turkey meat kind of guy.
No whiskey of any sort.
You're missing.
Yeah, I
out.
don't know why. I don't know how you can't do whiskey, GR. I love whiskey. That's my jam. I'm like the whiskey man.
Long story short, at 8 years old, my cousin and I were playing in the basement, came upstairs where his father was having one of his cigars and a drink of whiskey. And we said, "Where's ours?" He said, "You really want some?" And we said, "Yes." So he took one of these nasty stogies he had and cut each a piece about an inch long and poured some whiskey in a glass, and we had to drink it. It was only a little bit, a tiny bit. But we both did it. And I haven't been able to get the smell of whiskey past my nose since.
Well, that's
That's a
why
long time.
you blend it with something like, I don't know, maybe put the whiskey in your Diet Dr. Pepper or something.
Ew, that's even more sounding.
So Diet Dr. Pepper
How
and
about
whiskey sounds
vodka
gross,
or tequila?
but
I do
Gatorade
vodka
Zero and
tequila.
vodka, perfect.
Vodka, tequila.
Whiskey
Both?
and squirt.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You put vodka and tequila in your Gatorade Zero?
Yeah, usually one of the, or I just do them shooters,
Oh my God, you.
I'll pause for that.
He doesn't strike me as so thirsty. This guy's drinking a lot.
How's that go? Wasted days and wasted nights.
Wasted nights. All right, well, I'll just do a shot of this hot takes. We got a lot going on, so let's see. I think I've done hot takes one time on Kruse Control. I think it was like way back in the day, but I'm down to try. So, all right, guys. All right, and I'm also running the ship. So here we go. All right, Brian. Are you ready for your hot takes, Brian? Yes, I am. All right, here we go, Brian. Let's do this. Let's get rockin', rollin', sophisticated, sassy, sexy. Kick these hot takes asses, and let's go. All right, hot takes in 3, 2, 1.
Hot take.
Hot takes. Transformers Winter Break. I fucking love this movie. Check it out. You're gonna love it. It's a fantastic ride. Transformers. Red One, I'm gonna still watch, even though I don't think this is gonna be great. Next weekend I'll probably do fantastic because it is the holiday time. And wait, let's keep that shit going. Give me 10 seasons. I love this. It's fantastic. Bring back every cast member and make it crazy. Blade, it's never gonna happen. End of story. Kevin Costner, I'm sorry, man. No one's paying for that shit. It's not gonna go down. Joker, come on. I want that Joker spin-off. It would have been so fucking fantastic. As fantastic as Lady Gaga would have been in freaking Wednesday. She could be great in that. I can say she'd be awesome. Joker 2 would never happen, though. That's all I can say. Joker 3, I should say, never gonna happen, Lady Gaga. I'm sorry so much. Tomb Raider. Again, I like Sophie Turner. I think she's great. Maybe she's not like the Laura Croft type, but I'm excited to see where that goes. Charlamagne, stop it, man. Taking all the jobs from all the fucking actors in the world. Stop it. I still love you. Intimacy coordinators, they're great. They help people a lot. They've helped me a lot of people on American Horror Story. They helped out a lot. They're amazing. Diddy, stop that shit. Stay stay in jail. You're done. Diddy, done. And I gotta say about these stamps, again, I agree. Here's the panel. I will lick her stamp all day long. Woo! All right, everybody, great hot takes, Brian. I don't have anything else for me, so
Like the Betty White stamp.
all day long.
Brian, how was that any different than any other segment that you do on this show? That was every time you speak and do a story on this show, it's like hot takes by Brian. That was great. You had so much practice.
Thanks. I don't know what I'm doing right there. But I'm putting it out to the crowd out there. Who wins hot takes tonight? You can't vote for me. I guess you can, but
I'm voting for you.
I'm putting it out there. Great hot takes, everybody across the board. Great hot takes. And buy your Betty White stamps at Betty White. Lick'emalldaylong.com. All right. Lick 'em while you got them. They won't last long. Anyway, besides the Betty White stamps, okay. Timothy Chalamet. You said before, Jonathan, you're like, well, is this method? Is this just being professional? Because a lot of actors, there's a gray area. So can you tell people if you think there's something different than being a method actor in this situation?
Well, I mean, I understand focus because when you're the star of that kind of project, millions of dollars, people's livelihoods are riding on you. Maybe it's not the easiest role to play. So I think the method approach for him, and I'm guessing, I have no evidence for this, but I think maybe that's his way of just staying focused in that zone so that he can be ready to go at the drop of a hat and not have to get back into character or not have to think about, what he wants in the scene or whatever. He's there the whole time. He's in it, ready to go. I get that. It's focus. But if he really thinks that he's becoming another person, that's not acting. That's not method. That's needing to be medicated. Nobody's becoming another person. Okay, I don't
People think that, though.
that way. I don't
People think that, though.
I don't know. I
Even
mean,
that Jim Carrey thing. You ever see Man on the Moon? You see the interviews about that at all?
yes, but Jim Carrey still knows he's Jim Carrey when he's playing that. He's just in a zone. He's focused.
Yeah. He's refusing, though, to answer as Jim.
But, well, that's a jerk move. But if somebody's got to focus that much, why don't you just say, like, hey, guys, leave me alone when we do this because I have to stay in the moment. But don't call me Jim. That's a little too far.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel, too. I feel like you should be able to turn it off. If you have to have a moment, you're like, guys, this is a tough scene for me. I need a moment. I'm really going to be in there. I apologize. That's usually what I say. If I have outbursts or something during this is not a reflection of me. It's just what has to happen to make this scene hit. And I get like that.
Oh, are we back? If anybody in the chat can see and or hear me, would you say something? Because I'm not sure what just happened, but I'm sure that Brian and GR, oh, great. Okay. I'm sure Brian and GR are going to make their way back here in just a moment. But chat, in the meantime, it's us. I don't understand why somebody would say, I'm going to keep talking about the method thing. I don't understand why somebody would say, don't call me by my name. I think it's better just to say, don't talk to me. Oh, wait, GR's back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. The whole thing went down.
No, it's okay.
Kicked us all out.
Yeah, it's just me and all of our friends in the chat here. I was just saying I don't understand how somebody could say, call me by a different name. Isn't it better just to say, hey, don't talk to me? But
Yeah.
I think
No, Conan, something went wrong with the computer system.
yeah.
Yeah, the whole server went down for a second. That's what kind of happened. So it just kicked us all out. I agree with you. You should be like professional. Professional.
Right.
That's what it comes down to,
Acting
Jonathan.
is the ability to live truthfully under given imaginary circumstances. They're
Ooh,
imaginary.
that's so heavy.
Well, I'm just saying they're imaginary circumstances, but you know it's you. You must know that you're not becoming this other person. You're playing, you're pretending, you're acting as this other. But when you drive to set, it's still you driving to set. When you're in the makeup chair, it's still you. When you walk to your mark, it's you.
It is.
When they're rolling,
But they don't think that way.
it's you.
So, Jonathan, you're a big method actor, huh?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like it's one thing to be focused and to understand what you're doing because there's a lot riding on you, and it's another thing to take it to that level. But then sometimes I think maybe people are afraid to say no to these big superstars.
I was, Conan.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Happens all the time. And Timothy Chalamet is, I don't think he's that kind of guy. I was thinking it was happening to other big superstars. You were saying that $20 million club, like Jim Carrey was there for a while. Daniel Day-Lewis does this. There's a bunch of actors that do, but there's also actors that don't, that just turn it off the same way. It's like you're professional. You're on set. You're working long hours. You want to treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, and you can be like, hey, I'm here. All right, cool. And turn it off after every scene. But some actors can't do that. And
So
I think
Chalamet's playing, was it Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan, yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me he's walking up to Crafty, like the craft service table, and they have to say, you know, good morning, Bob,
Mr. Dylan. Yeah.
Mr. Dylan.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I know. It's almost as
Delusional. He thinks he's Bob, and he's not.
yeah. What about Bob? That's my question. What about Bob? GR Red One. Any chance it has a comeback?
I'd like to see it. I like The Rock, but like I said in the hot takes, his last three have all been dead weights.
Stinkers. Yeah. I like The Rock too, but we'll have to see. Again, this is a holiday movie that could pick up some steam. A lot of these can. But, you know, we were gone for a long time. A lot of stuff happened. We're so happy to have you back. Great hot takes, everybody. We do have a little of hot takes. And so now it's a time where we gotta get in this, okay? So everybody, we do. Winner of hot takes for this Monday edition back on Kruse Control is this is weird. Brian Kruse!
Yay!
Hey! Thank you all. Thank you. I am on fireworks. I mean, this stuff. This is not made for this. But I will play the theme song. I say thank you all for voting. Thank you for being here on Kruse Control. As always, in, out, round, and about. Thank you for sticking with us even at the off the week. Because the numbers went up like 200 subscribers while we were gone.
I voted for
Officially
him.
no longer a hot takes virgin.
I guess not. Not a hot. I've done it one time. I swear, GR. One time. I think it was a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away, GR. It was like a year ago or something like that. We had a 3-person show. I threw myself in there for a second. And Peppy, too. We want to do it, but he's Peppy. But thank you all. Thank you all. Great hot takes. Yeah, we had 4,370 some subscribers. Thanks to you. We keep going up. Please like and subscribe. Join that channel if you can. Get all these crazy buttons. Some great stuff. You're going to enjoy it. You really will. $1.99 a month. Not bad. Not bad. Helps support the channel and helps keep us growing as we keep this momentum, this steam to get to hopefully 6,000 by the end of the year. I think we get 6,000. I think we can do it. I think we do it.
$1.99, not $199.
Yeah, $1.99. If I said $199, only the thirsty daddy can afford that.
Yeah, right.
But he might dip into his thirsty, pocketbook. So you don't want to do that too much either. Anyways, great hot takes across the board. Thank you all for being here as always. Something else that's going on that happened over the time we were gone, of course, was this whole controversy about Wicked. Now we know Wicked's coming out. Everybody loves, they're excited. Wicked's coming out this coming weekend. People are buying the toys, going to the website. and getting adult entertainment. Can we talk about that? So if you haven't seen this, the Wicked toy brand came out. This happens all the time. Sometimes they release earlier before the movie comes out. Usually happens that way. So parents are going out to buy all the different toys for the big franchise coming out for their kids. And Mattel had put a little thing out saying, well, guys, don't go to wicked.com, because on the package it says their website is wicked.com. And wicked.com will take you down a rabbit hole that will ask you for so much money a month to see all these people in their bedtime suits, and they're and they'll take the robes off and show you the full Monty. That'll happen. And, Mattel does not want that. That's for sure. Mattel put a little thing up there saying, sorry for this misprint on the packaging of this Mattel collection series. And they're primarily sold in the US where this happened, but they're told the consumers to please disregard the packaging and keep your toy. They say we deeply regret this unfortunate error. We're trying to immediate action to remedy this. Parents are advised that this is misprinted. This is not supposed to happen. It was supposed to be wickedmovie.com. Now, wicked.com, and it's a big mess up. I mean, people are still very excited about this movie coming out. It's got great early reviews. A lot of people are thrilled about the first of two, but does this change anything for the box office? That's the question. GR, I saw you shake your head. Are parents going to be so frustrated that they saw someone's hoo-hoo that they will not let their kids watch Wicked? That's my question to you. What do you think about this, GR?
Well, will it stop parents? No. That's just getting an additional movie, So what's the big deal?
But GR, let me ask you this though: is this like someone's getting fired about this, right? Someone must be getting fired. There's probably like a big internal investigation going on with this, right?
Yeah. What moron left off one word?
Well, that makes you wonder: did someone do it on purpose? It's probably not, right?
Brian, I'd like to be able to say no, not a chance it was done on purpose. But knowing the world today, it was. Somebody said, I can have fun here.
Wicked.com. It's my favorite site. I honestly never heard of Wicked.com before this. And I was just like, oh, yeah, like we got to see what the hooplas about, right, GR?
I thought when I first saw it, Brian, I honestly thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. And I typed it in. And as you said, they want money. So I didn't have the money to waste on that kind of crap.
Like, give it to the box office instead, GR. Give it to the box office, not
That's what I said,
But Jonathan, what do you think? Is this it's a big mishap? It really is. We can joke about it as much as we want to, but it's a massive mishap. These are children's toys, by the way, and it's like children are getting this, and some kids are more technologically advanced. They're going on their computers. A lot of kids have iPhones, Android phones, iPads. Do you think this is like a bigger problem for Mattel moving forward? And do you think kids actually could have seen this?
I'm sure there were kids that saw it, but I'm also sure that most of those kids have probably seen something like that before. I think it was more shocking for the parents than for the kids. And I don't think it was done on purpose. I think this is a prime example of how in any industry today, there are too many cooks in that kitchen. There are too many people that aren't checking the whole because they're so focused on just their spot. And then on the other side of that coin, you've got some of those people who are new or they're rushed and they're checking everybody else's work, but not their own. I hope I'm making sense here. I feel like that's something that somebody would have caught, whether they're the person that typed it out or the person that's supposed to double check everything. Somebody didn't do their job or is really bad at their job. I think that what they should have done is obviously recall everything. They're still on the shelves. Like you go to Target, try to buy one, which I did because I wanted to,
Did you really?
These things are going to be worth so much money.
They will be. You're right, 100%.
But you can't even pay for it. At checkout, it says like, bam, bam, do not sell, right? I think somebody should have gone back and checked all the spelling, all of the websites. I mean, you don't send out your cruise control brief without checking the links beforehand, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna put out a toy of Glinda, check everything. I don't know.
Twice. Check it twice, maybe. Uh,
She is wicked.
she is wicked. You're right.
Glinda's not wicked.
But there's no. You think someone got fired, Jonathan? You think someone was fired over this whole
I think
thing?
more than one person was fired over this whole thing.
I mean,
And
it's massive.
do I think it's going to affect Mattel moving forward? You asked me that. Yes, I
Yeah.
do, but I think it's going to affect them in a positive way because they're going to put more attention to detail now on just double checking everything.
Yeah. And they should. They really should. Again, this is I see in the chat there's a lot of conversation about what is Wicked. Of course, Wicked is about the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. It was a play before, big, massive Broadway hit. Now the first time in a two-part picture coming to the theaters. And of course, the first one drops next week. And I agree with you, Jonathan. They probably will double check things that might make their content and all their toy packaging even better. This shouldn't happen again. But I think it is a massive mistake. And it really could just create more buzz maybe, though, for it, too. That's always a whole thing. Maybe more people will be talking about the movie because of this. There was the poster controversy that happened before where someone had taken the picture, the poster came out. It was like an homage to the original Wicked poster, but so you could see Cynthia's eyes in it, right? So someone took and like blurred her eyes out and made it match the poster, and she was frustrated about it, being like, "You're taking me away. That's not what this is supposed to be." And then she had to double back on that, which of course would happen. Like, you have a first reaction about it, but fans are going to change stuff all the times. But I think that added more conversation about this. And then all of a sudden you talk about it more and it adds more and it adds more in this big weekend. There's no bad press for this right now. I just don't think there is. It's kind of hilarious, but horrifying though too, that it's on children's packages though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this much. This past week, I was in New York. While you were in Hawaii, I was working in New York. But,
Yeah.
But Cynthia Erivo was on the show that I work for. And she was the most gracious, polite, well-spoken, kind, artistic person. One of the top I've ever met. I mean, just everything about her was so regal and classy. They didn't bring this up once, and it had already happened, right? I think the classy thing to do is we move forward, we fix the problem. Maybe, if you purchase the doll and it has the bad address on it, show your receipt. If it's before a certain date, maybe you get a replacement or you get a refund. Make it right and move forward. I think if we look at her to set that example, which means, we talk about it once, I'm sure she addressed it once, and now move on.
Yeah. You have to at least probably address it once and then move on. You're right. Do the classy thing, take care of people that have a complaint about it, and move forward. And there will be these floating around for a while. It'll happen, of course. Like you're saying, Jonathan, if you get your hands on one, it'd probably be worth money eventually. It's
Who's even going to websites? Don't you just Google it anyway? You really type in the website? No, they're just going to Google
Some of us
Wicked.
that are old don't know how to Google it.
Well,
You're right, Logan. Yeah, I know. You just Google what you want. Everybody has their preferences and their, what they want to see, what they don't want to see. And I think it's probably a little bit more descriptive than just wicked.com, probably. I think you're right about that. I was
for it on his AOL profile.
He's in it right now. GR, did you find it over there?
Well, no, that's
You just subscribe, GR? You just subscribe to wicked.com, GR? Tell us the truth, GR. Yeah, there we go. It's an unfortunate thing, but again, what they said that no press is bad press, right? Especially something that comes out next week. So we'll see. Wicked's coming out. Will it be great? Will it be fantastic? Let us know what you think about this. Is this a big slip up? Will this cause a problem at the box office? Are you still going to check it out? Let us know. A lot of people did check out that Logan Paul and Mike Tyson battle that went down over the weekend, everybody. They were checking that out left and right. We got to talk about that. Did this need to happen? Let's talk about that in Kruse Court. what a payoff this one was, everybody. But the fight of the century. Everyone was going nuts about this for a while. It was supposed to happen last June. Mike Tyson had a bunch of health problems. He got through them. They rescheduled, and now the battle happened this last weekend. Of course, everyone was excited about it. Netflix is blowing up. And they had a lot of buffering problems and a lot of connectivity issues. And again, they haven't done a lot of this live content. They've been trying to branch out to it more. I would think they've had problems. That Love Island one they did a while ago, that had problems too. I would think this would have been worked out. But now that happens. They're not used to this kind of bandwidth being used on their servers. But the biggest question is, did this have to happen? Now, at the end, of course, Logan won. Paul Logan won, and it was like, okay, or Jake Paul won. And it was like, Jake Paul got, what, like $40 million? And then Tyson got $20 million. And it was a big payoff for both of them. I just think that Mike Tyson could have been doing more. Again, he's 58 years old, I get it. And he really wanted to have this battle. And he said on top of this, he was really thrilled he had this opportunity. He was like, no regrets to get in that ring one last time. As a 58-year-old, he said he almost lost his life. He's like, yes, I'm excited to do this. I think I fought my hardest, and he was happy about it. But that fight was kind of hard to watch at times, guys. I feel like it was just like, we're just here, we're doing this, we're just doing this, doing this, take it easy.
It was a dance recital, Brian.
It was a little dance recital. So, did it have to happen? Did it rock the wavelengths of boxing forever? That's the question. Jonathan, I'm putting you on the stand, Jonathan. I want the truth. I want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Jonathan.
Okay, well, my question's going to be, GR, which side are you taking on this? I'll give the opposite.
You don't want a kangaroo court here?
Of time and effort and money. But people were stupid enough to buy it. So,
did he say it was a waste of time, money, and effort?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go the other side. All right, so what was wasteful about it? You have a world champion. You have somebody who...
The ex-world champion.
Fine. You have somebody who is an up-and-comer, already very successful, but maybe less so in the boxing world. I didn't even know who he was before this, by the way. But now I do. So, was it necessary? I don't know. Was $40 million for Jake and $20 million for Mike necessary? I feel like maybe Mike needed the money. And look, I got to last 3 2-minute rounds with this lumberjack of a guy. It's worth it. He'll hit me a few times. I'll hit him a few times. Then I'll just kind of stand in the middle and protect my face and think about 20 mil coming in. I think it was necessary for everybody, but the people who are the real fans of Tyson. That was tough to watch if you're a real Tyson fan, because it was sad. But at the same time, he did it to himself, and he made an extra 20 mil. So way to go, Tyson.
Yeah, way to go. And honestly, I know what you're saying though, Jonathan. A lot of people like expect it. I know I expect it. I'm like waiting for that Tyson just bam, just freaking hit him. I was expecting a knockout. Like, again, Paul's been all over the place, of course. Like, he's on, YouTube. He was in WWE for a while. He was like, big, he's a big guy in social media too. Like, he's an influencer and he's a good fighter. And he's been fighting for a while, undefeated. But you still see Tyson as like the guy that's going to be like, you know what? You don't know who I am. And I just expected that. But then again, he's 58 years old, right?
I am almost certain that Jake Paul was holding back a little bit.
You think so? It seemed like he wasn't even going for it either, right?
Right. I mean, because you don't, it looks rough sort of when you beat the 58-year-old man. But if he had hit Mike Tyson so hard that Mike, got knocked out, or if he just started bleeding profusely, then Jake Paul won, but at what cost? Right? So I think he had to play it safe.
He feared for his life, you're saying, for later on. I mean, Tyson fans be pissed.
I think he was very respectful. Do you remember at the end when he gave him that bow at the very end?
Yeah.
I thought it was very respectful. It was a publicity stunt. That is the definition of publicity stunt. And they both made millions and millions of dollars. I say, great job, guys. It was 6 solid minutes of heartfelt entertainment.
Yeah. GR? Are you feeling that same way too? You feeling that this was great entertainment? It was worth the bang for their buck? Or do you feel opposite? I'm putting you on the stand, GR, so hold on. Get on the stand. I want the truth, the whole truth about the truth. So help me, GR Waters. What do you think about this? Was it necessary?
No, right? But people were stupid enough to buy it, so they both made millions. But tell you how big a joke it is. The big guy, the young guy, now wants to fight somebody half his size. He wants to fight Conor McGregor,
Oh, really? He's a
Yeah,
scrappy guy.
who weighs what, 130 pounds? And
He's a lightweight.
He wants to fight Ewan McGregor.
no.
Conor McGregor. Conor.
Oh,
Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Conor.
I'm like, I'd watch that.
I would love to see you McGregor in the ring and fight him. That'd be freaking awesome.
I'd fight him for 20 million, you know? I got no problem with that. I can have a dance recital with him too, you know, because that's all that was. It was a joke. He hit Tyson a couple of times and stunned him a little bit, and he backed off the minute he did it.
I just wanted Tyson to hit him once really hard. You know, I wanted something big. You know, I wanted him to.
Got it in him. He's too fucking old. I mean,
Hey, youth deprived,
I'm not
GR. Youth
scared.
deprived.
no, I can say old because I'm one of them. He is. I can say it. I'm not a Tyson fan. I think he's a dirtbag.
Whose idea was it? The whole thing.
I mean, I think it's them coming together. Paul actually challenged him, I believe.
Yeah.
And
Paul
then,
did.
yeah. And then they kind of came together to make it happen. So, I mean, honestly, I think Tyson just wanted to get back in the ring one more time. You know, I think he just wanted to prove something. He even said it was like a great thing to do for him. He had no regrets. So, I mean, I get that.
I think it was just what Jonathan said. He needed 20 million, so he did it.
Yeah, it could have been a thing where it was a money situation that came down like, hey, we got a massive payday. Usually that's why these things happen too. We get a massive payday, come back in the ring, fight one more time, and you know, we'll have fun. I'll take care of you. You take care of me. You know?
I'll do it for 10 million.
Yeah. GR's in there too. Thirsty Daddy again there. Who are you gonna fight, GR? Both of them? You know, with you McGregor.
I go
GR versus you McGregor would be great.
you and McGregor. I'll go with. Yeah, I can.
Not Conor McGregor.
If it was real,
Yeah.
if it was a real fight, I feel like there would be a lot more, and maybe I missed it, maybe there was, but I feel like there'd be a lot more media leading up to it, where we'd see Mike Tyson saying, you know, I'm gonna take him down, and then Paul.
in the pre-fight weigh-in thing.
But I'm
they
talking
had a little
about
bit.
months and months, like every day we would see something, so
Well,
they would
neither
build
are
up to it.
Trustworthy. I mean, Mike Tyson's day is over. It was, you know, when you start biting your opponents because you're losing.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was still a badass back then though, too, when he was biting ears off. You know, he was a badass.
He'd already gotten beat. He got beat, and he hasn't done shit since.
He did the Hangover.
I'm
Like I said,
sure.
he hasn't done shit since.
I'm sure there was a phone call or an email or a Zoom meeting where Jake was like, look, man, I said I wanted to challenge you to this. Why don't you, take the fall? I'm not going to hit you that hard. All right. You're going to get $20 million. I'll give you $20 million for 6 minutes. Who else is making that kind of money? All you got to do is,
It was 16
we'll
minutes.
just-
It was
we'll just-
16 minutes.
wasn't it 3 2-minute rounds?
No.
It was eight. Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. So $20 million for 16 minutes.
That's $1 million plus a minute. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
You could do just about anything you wanted to me for that kind of money for 16 minutes. I'll fight Mike Tyson. I'll fight Jake Paul. If I survive, I'll never have to work another day of my life. And
he
now
don't look
Tyson
like-
won't either.
Undying, you're right. Biting all the time. I look at the stats here though quickly though too. It's like even like punches thrown. Like Tyson landed 18, Paul hit 78. thrown though, actually thrown 97 to 278 punches thrown. Like Tyson was barely throwing punches in this compared to Paul. And then also percentage of actually hitting, it's like 18 to 28%. So, I mean, Paul was throwing more. Tyson was holding, protecting a lot. We all saw those. If you didn't watch it, you can go back and see it on Netflix. He was protecting himself a lot. But it just wasn't as exciting boom bang. Everybody wants to be massive, big fight. You know, they want to see some kind of blowout. But a lot of times I feel like this happens even more and more, especially with these older fighters. Like people are just watching themselves. But you're right, Jonathan, it was a payday. It was a payday. They took their money and they went home and we're all still talking about it. And that'll be it. Tyson will ride off into the distance.
Now I know who Jake Paul is. I had no idea who that guy was.
Cool.
If they ever do something like this again, I don't want them to have a set number of rounds. I want them to go until one of them collapses. Make sure medics are around, please. But whether it's a KO or just a pass out, I want them to go until one of them can't go anymore.
Yeah, that would be epic. That's what that should have been. But you know what? That's not what this was. You're right.
Like
I think this was a handshake fight
match.
Oh yeah. GR loved that, right, GR? I love that show. It's so good. The claymation was amazing. And like all the combinations were great. Bring that shit back. That's a reboot I could be on top of, right? Come on. But this, again, I feel like at the end of the day, it's kind of, yeah, I don't know what's happened to technical stuff tonight. It's something weird tonight, guys, but thank you for sticking with us. Apologies for that delay. This fight wasn't necessary, I don't think, but at the end of the day, I think that it was a good payday, and maybe it was what Mike Tyson wanted. I just hope that for him personally to come out of retirement and do this, I hope he's very happy with this. And it's not just, he's saying that, hope he's thrilled, and he's excited about what he put out there, because it's potentially, and I think it is his last fight ever. So, more kudos to him. He got in the ring, did it, 58 years old. I wouldn't have done that shit. Maybe GR would do it, but I don't know if I would have done it.
Hell no.
But apologies for the problems, guys. I think the server's having some issues. I don't know what's happening tonight. Kicking us out. We're happy to have you here. Thank you again for being here. As always, the ship must sail on, because another big thing that happened that changed things, if you ask me. Are we gone again? We're still here, right? Okay.
No.
Okay. One thing that also that upset me, but I guess I should have known better, is the Oscars host has been announced, and it is not Deadpool Wolverine nobody. It is Conan O'Brien. Can we talk about that in our feature story of the night? So there was this like really kind of fun thing going on where they were saying that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds would be taking over and hosting the Oscars this year because of how well that Deadpool and Wolverine did. That was really about it. Like, this is cool. It's a great combination. It's fun. These two are a super team. Like, why not have them be the dynamic duo? But they're going with the comedian instead, Conan O'Brien. Which, you know what? Congratulations to Conan O'Brien, by the way. This man doesn't get the love I think that he deserves a lot of times. His first time hosting the Oscars on March 2nd. This will go down. Conan, yeah, Conan the Barbarian. You know Conan O'Brien? I think he's your friend from across the seas. I think, yeah, or he's someplace nearby. Let me know if he's related, because if he is, you're probably very excited about your family member. But Conan is going to be hosting the Oscars. And he put a little statement forward about this whole thing, saying that America demanded it, and now it's happening. Taco Bell's new Cheesy Chalupa Supreme. In other news, I'm hosting the Oscars. So yeah, Conan O'Brien will be taking over this year doing the Oscars. And again, Jimmy Kimmel stepped down. They offered to him again. He said, no, I need a break after the past couple of years. Now Conan O'Brien's taking over. And he's going to be fun. I'm excited. I just kind of was excited about that whole song and dance thing with Hugh Jackman. And I thought with Ryan Reynolds, they'd probably have like a big musical number in the beginning. They could do some like fun Deadpool Wolverine stuff. You know, I think it'd been really cool. But Conan O'Brien's a great choice. He's a talent. He kind of got screwed on the late night show, and you know, kind of bad if you think about it. Look at that stuff. Sometimes you hear Jimmy Kimmel talk about it. And he was pretty much like Jay Leno, kind of manipulated that whole situation, and he lost his job when he thought he had the best job ever for the next 20 years. And I think he's got a bad deal in a lot of ways. TBS was out. Now he's got his podcast is doing really well. His touring show is great too. It's where he's going around the world and he's like just being Conan O'Brien across the world. That's fun. And he's a great person. So honestly, I think he's going to bring some joy and some much freshness to the Oscars. And I can't wait to see what he does with this. And I bet he'll be super excited. Never done something like this. Jonathan, what do you think? Is he a good choice? Or you think I'm totally off page here?
I think he's a great choice he's a great choice. Would it have been fun for Wolverine and Deadpool to host together? Yeah, maybe for the first 10 minutes or so. But then we would get sick of it. And they'd probably get sick of it. So I think it was a smart choice. They can still do a little performance. They could still do something. That'd be great. But when it comes to hosting the biggest night for entertainment, I guess it could be argued is the biggest night in entertainment. I don't know how you top the Will Smith situation, but you need a host who has experience hosting a show. Brian, I think you would be a better pick than Deadpool and Wolverine because those two guys, honestly, they're actors. They can be funny, but do they know how to really hold down a live performance like that? If it's Deadpool and Wolverine all night, then that's going to overshadow everybody else. I think Conan knows when to turn it on, when to turn it off. It's the appropriate amount of smart and funny. I think it's a great choice.
Yeah, I think you're right. The biggest thing is what you're saying is the hosting aspect of it too, Jonathan. A lot of times people don't think about that. It's like someone that's very accomplished hosting always brings a different element to the table, of course. You know, I think that's why I kept going with Jimmy Kimmel constantly because he's been hosting for so long. And they let's like that idea of he knows how to, carry the ship kind of. And I think that Conan can be great. This is a great comedian too. Stand up on top of that. Have you seen his Hot Ones episode by any chance? You see that ever?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's amazing. I'm going to show a picture. Like everybody doesn't know Conan O'Brien. When he was like rubbing the hot sauce on his lips and his mouth and his jacket. Then he was like gargling milk. Like it really does showcase who this man is and what he can bring for comedy. And I think, you're going to see a lot of maybe a little like skits. He does like skits in here too. Maybe he'll have some opportunity to bring some comedy we haven't seen before. And he's a little bit more like off-colored maybe. He's a little bit crazier. He does some things that people probably, would never do. You're not going to see Jimmy Kimmel do some of the stuff he would do. Again, but he's just a wild card, which I think a wild card's kind of fun. Kind of fun.
I think Conan is kind of like that kid in school where he wasn't the nerd, but he wasn't the most popular kid. He was just that class clown that never really got in too much trouble because his grades were great. So the teachers liked him. Just every now and then he needed a little reminder to get back in line.
I feel like he'd probably be slipping whoopee cushions in and and then putting rotten apples on his teacher's desks or something like that.
I'm always going to be a fan of Ricky Gervais. When he hosted the Golden Globes, the stuff that he pulls, I think that's what we need at the Oscars. We need that. But if we can't have that, we'll take Conan. Seems like he's been getting the short end of every stick recently, but I think he's going to do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, and as the chat's asking out there too, he stand up. He was on his TBS show for a long time, just Conan hosting a lot of stuff, podcasts. He had the late night show at one point that kind of went back to Jay Leno. Then now it's over to Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. So that's jumped around a lot. So unfortunately for him, I think he would have had a great opportunity if he would have kept him. I think it would have been a different kind of show. I like Jimmy Fallon, but I think that I think Conan's better than him. I hate to say that. I think Conan's better than him. Sorry, Jimmy. It's unfortunate for him that what happened there. GR, what do you think about this, man? Are you excited about Conan taking over for the Oscars, or were you leaning more towards Deadpool Wolverine rocking in those ratings?
Deadpool, no. Sorry. I mean, it's not.
I'm alone here.
No, he's Jimmy. They couldn't host the Oscars. As Jonathan said, the attention span would be about that long, and then people would be going or changing the channel.
Hey, Conan, you can do like a dancing.
Conan is a great comedian. I didn't like him as a talk show host at all. I didn't. Sorry, but he's a great comedian. He's funny as hell. But they don't care what I think about his talk show host. He's not there anymore.
No, he's still like, he's got that show where he's traveling and he's just experiencing different cultures and stuff. That's great. And he's got his podcast. Everyone's going to podcasts for him these days. A lot of these big people are, as they get out of their shows, you find a new path through here, of course. But I think he is very talented. It could be fun. It could be a lot of fun. And I think it could bring something fresh to the Academy Awards, which they haven't had in a long time. I know you guys are hating on me on the Deadpool Wolverine thing. I just think that they could have been fantastic. I'm just saying they'd be a fun they're like best friends. The musical intro would have been fantastic. That's all I'm saying. Would have been great.
They can still do that.
Yeah, but would they?
Sure.
In fact, when they give an award out,
Oh, that's true. They have an opportunity.
Worst actor, something like that.
Or could it be that you can't host the show if you're a nominee?
Oh, maybe.
Are they nominated for anything?
I don't know about.
I
don't know yet. Yeah.
Could you imagine one of them winning an Academy Award while hosting it? That's like Brian doing hot takes on his own show
and winning.
Oh, that it's rigged. When the host.
That's
wins.
never happened. That's never happened. Now that's never happened, right? We've never done that before.
But maybe that could be something, right? Maybe
that could be.
One of them is nominated for something.
Maybe they have some idea that they're like, that's why they're like, we can't just do that. That's a good point, Jonathan. I didn't think about that because I don't know if that's ever happened before in the Academy Awards history. It seems something very strange, but it would be awesome.
Maybe they want to watch it. Maybe they don't want to host it. They want to sit there and watch it because they know all these are all their friends,
Yeah.
Where I think the host won back in like the 40s or early 50s.
Yeah, maybe back when everybody did everything. Back when actors were like singing, dancing, tap dancing, swing dancing, jumping out of planes, riding horseback, swimming, doing all their own stunts. That's what it used to be all the time. The actors don't do horseback anymore, Jonathan. It's very rare. You say stunt double.
You went from tap dancing and swimming to jumping out of planes, and then horseback riding.
Right. What else did actors do back in the day?
Various skills, Jonathan.
I'm just like, I think we missed a few steps in between that.
Acting, walking and talking.
Hey, tap dancing can be hard. I went to school for that stuff.
Not easy. That's why no one does it anymore.
Tap shoes. I still have them.
Well, I think we need to see that on the air sometime.
I was worried about that, Jonathan.
You were worried about that. If you guys donate $20 right now, Jonathan will tap dance on the air next time we're live.
Hell yeah, I will.
We'll do a whole segment.
Okay. Next time on Kruse Control, Jonathan tap dancing.
No joke, I'll do it.
Let's put it out there. I'd like to see it. It's a tradition. What kind of tradition are we talking about, Conan? The Oscars are tradition every year. And I think that what we're doing here again, is they're trying to always change it, because they didn't have a host for a long time. So every time they bring a new host, they're trying to like revolutionize and make it something different, make it more fresh. And I think that Conan could bring something different to this. I think he could. Even though had my heart set on Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, I'm still gonna say this is a good choice. I'm not mad about it. It's funny, there was like an interview with Ryan Reynolds like the day this was announced where they were asking him about it. And he was like, well, we'd love to do it, but we don't really know right now. We'll see. If it doesn't happen this time, maybe next time. And then they announced Conan O'Brien like right after that. So I was laughing. I was like, well, when do these stories correlate? Did they even know this? But when they announce stuff, they announce stuff. So he must have just been doing an interview and just no one knew. So it's cool though. I'm excited.
Do we know when films are nominated?
Not yet. Nothing yet. So soon. I think by next month, by December, all of us should start rolling in. Yeah, and then the screeners come out for all the SAG members. That'll all be happening December, and then of course, not that far, March. So it'll be interesting to see. Jonathan, do you think this could help Conan O'Brien get another show again?
Ooh, now that's a really good question. I think it could. Sure. I wonder who would be like, are they going to replace somebody else with Conan again, or at least try to? Is there room for another late night show?
What if he just switches out with Jimmy Fallon? Jimmy Fallon, him switch it back. Can you imagine? Woo!
Does Jimmy want to get out of there?
No, he's signed up till 2027 or something like that, so he's not going anywhere. Yeah, he got a good deal. He got a great deal. He'd go daytime. Yeah, but nobody wants... He's a late night guy, Conan O'Brien. I don't think he'd want daytime,
Change his...
I think he'd be a great morning show because there's that formula to a morning show, right? It's always very clean and polished and vanilla, and it almost seems fake. Good morning, top story. I think somebody like Conan in the morning on TV.
You do the radio voice, Jonathan.
Well, remember, in radio, the morning shows were always the wacky ones, the crazy ones.
Uh-huh.
In television, the morning show is the clean, polished, put together show with the heartfelt, emotional stories. What if Conan was on in the morning live? That would get a lot of eyeballs, I bet.
That's a good wake me up, huh? Right there. Call it a shot of espresso right there because he's a lot.
I mean, look at Howard Stern. Look at Howard Stern. His numbers. Remember when he was when he first got to satellite radio and they broadcast the whole thing like on not satellite radio, ETV. Sorry, they broadcast his show on ETV. This is back in like the 90s, and people watched radio. They watched it. And it would air sometimes early in the morning and people would watch it. I don't know. I think there's a place for wacky late night, first thing in the morning. Sell a lot of beer and Toyotas or whatever. Yeah.
It could be great. I actually like that. I mean, because Conan O'Brien is a big personality. So you're starting your day. Like, some people might be like, whoa, that's too much. I just open my eyes. But other people might be like, yeah, let's go. Let's get going. Let's start this day.
So it probably wouldn't be the same exact.
The ones that are going to Mattel and complaining about it.
Oh, geez, GR. I'm like one of these.
Did you know Conan went to Harvard?
I did not know that. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was here they were giving out diplomas,
Oh, geez. Oh, GR, hitting him hard. Come on, GR. We're celebrating the man right now.
Jonathan set me up. I mean, it was so easy.
That's why I'm here, GR.
Yeah. But GR, do you think that this, one more question, do you think that this would actually bring new eyeballs to the Academy Awards we haven't seen before? Because Conan does have like a built-in audience that's kind of different than a lot of people. Or can it actually distract people and make them not watch it?
No, I don't think it'll do either. I think people that want to watch the Oscars are going to watch the Oscars.
Yeah.
And otherwise, they won't give a shit. I mean, that's the hard truth. Some people love the Oscars and wouldn't miss it. They don't care who's hosting. And there's other people who go, I ain't watching that crap. The same thing every time. Conan will bring something to the show. He'll make it funny. And that's what they need. They need a host that has a variety of talents, and he does have that.
And he has hair. That's also a thing.
Well, that's a little dropping,
That's like his thing, isn't it? Is his thing? His thing is his hair, right? So like his whole career.
It's even his logo.
His show, I think, Jonathan.
Yeah. Like if he didn't have his hair, I think I don't know if he could keep doing what he's doing if he doesn't have his hair. I think he'd probably lose himself a little bit, just a little bit. But if you see any of his billboards and all of his pictures, it is just like a shadow with his hair. It's kind of a cool logo, actually. Yeah. But I gotta say this. So good for Conan O'Brien. Round of applause, Conan O'Brien. Maybe having a broader spectrum for a different kind of show or opportunity coming from this, maybe. But if not, he's probably just content as he is because his show is doing well, his podcast, and his touring show is doing well. I think this is great for him and his career, though, because he got the raw deal of a lot of things. And right now, good for him. Oscars, Academy Awards, hell yeah. Can't wait to see it. But he's going to be hosting everybody very soon. March. Get ready for Conan O'Brien.
And after this, he's going to fight Mike Tyson.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I would pay.
Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you on that note. Happy Monday. We're back. Some of the technical problems, little weird things. I think our server just kicked us out for some reason. I don't know what the hell was happening there. I'll get to the bottom of it. But we're happy to be back. Thank you for being here. Stay with us. After a week, sometimes things go crazy. So I'm happy you're still here. We're getting back into it. We're back on that horse. And we're going to keep moving forward, kicking some ass this week and continuing forward because we'll get to that 6,000 hopefully by the end of the year. Thank you all for being here. As always, appreciate you. Mr. Jonathan McFadden. Jonathan, thank you for being here as always on Kruse Control. We had a great time, man. Good to see ya. Happy Monday.
Thank you. Great to be here. Happy birthday to you. And I will see you next time I see you.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be before you know it. That's how it goes, right? And I'm happy to have you back. Thank you for popping in. It was a fun show. The three amigos here, you, me, and the thirsty daddy himself. GR, thank you for being on Kruse Control. As always, it's been a great time.
I did. It was my pleasure, totally.
Yeah, it was our pleasure, GR. It was our pleasure. And our audience's pleasure because we love the thirsty daddy here on Kruse Control. Right, round of applause, thirsty daddy.
Have to try me some of that Gatorade Zero and vodka. Friday.
You know
what's going to happen if you do that, Jonathan? You're going to be doing this.
Win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it.
That was my Trump
And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
There you go. There you go.
A Republican in training.
Jeez. I mean,
anyway,
we'll see. We'll see.
No, yeah, for that one.
Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. As always, we appreciate you. Happy Monday. Thanks for sticking with us. Thank you, Queen. It was fun. It was a fun time, and I'm happy to be back, though. There's a lot of news going on, a lot of kick-ass with, and we're happy to have you. Conan, the Warriors are back, and we're happy to have you here, too. Anyways, we got to keep these numbers going because it's up to you to help spread that word, help Pepe out because Pepe's in that front line trying to get those subscribers. Sometimes it's tough for them. Sometimes it's easy. Pepe, what do you tell them if they don't subscribe?
I'll kick your ass.
There we go, Pepe. Please subscribe. Bring on those votes. Bring on those people and bring on those numbers. Anyways, until that day, you got to like and subscribe. You got to join our Patreon if you can. And as always, everybody, gotta take this jacket off because it's Monday and I can't get it off.
What is going on today?
You gotta spread that love. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that were friends with Ted Nugent back in the day. They were like walking in the fucking desert and the beach and they're fighting deer and they're fighting antelope and they're all joined together. They're awesome. It's fucking great. I don't care, but they're awesome people. And also the chinchillas and the beavers and the bears that are hanging out with Madonna. That's crazy too, because they're fucking virgins. That's buying and they're all virgins together. That's great because that's what got Kruse Control. That's what's amazing about the Kruse Control Nation. We're awesome. We don't care what you do. You're a beaver, you're a badger, you're a beer, you're Peppy with the fucking chinchillas that are having babies. They're gonna be great babies. They're gonna be fantastic. And I told Peppy to fucking put that thing away. He doesn't care. He's crazy. He's horny. He's a little bitch sometimes. Watch out for your mailman. They get that fucking chinchilla beaver butt. And they also wash your pool once in a while with the pool guys. And I don't want to say much. All right, great night. We'll see you back on Hump Day. Fred Bear. And everybody, until Wednesday, Get humpy, get ready. We'll get there all together. So anyways, have a great night. See you on Wednesday. Take care of yourself as always. And watch out for those porcupines when you sit down because they don't warn you. They don't warn you. Anyways, everybody, until next time, see ya.
Control show. Control show. Cruise control show. Cruise control show.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.